Good evening, good evening, good evening. Come into the J Spot. We're placing your G Spot every Thursday from 6 to 7, giving you real relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best nights of your life. Your host, Jay and Simply E, hold on, get ready to enter the J Spot on Intellectual Radio.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! You have entered the J Spot where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time on intellectualradio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. And sitting next to me, we have my co host, my partner in crime, sizzling, sexy, simply E, author, actress, businesswoman, playwright, sex kitten. Hey E, how you doing tonight?
I'm well.
Good. Woo! You guys, listen, it is 5 years. Today makes our 5-year anniversary of the J Spot, being here at the J Spot. And I want to thank you guys so much. I am so excited. Woo! We have been talking and just, helping folks and, starting a little mess, here and there, but, for the past 5 years. But we thank you guys so much for rocking with us and supporting us. Now, listen, guys, sitting next to sizzling, sexy, simply E, we have our honorary co-host on tonight, NIU Drumline member, CEO of Delaware Inc. Ma'am, my son Amir. Hey, Amir, how you doing?
How you doing, Miss J?
Good, and you?
I'm doing good.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you. It feels good to be back.
Yes, guys,
Good to be
listen.
back.
Tonight's episode of the J Spot is being sponsored by Delaware Inc. So, guys, listen, this is Amir's clothing line. Yes. Tell everybody a little bit about your clothing line and how they can get in contact and how they can place an order.
Yes. This is my clothing line, Delaware Inc. I am somebody. So follow me on follow my Facebook page at Delaware Inc. And follow me on Instagram at Delaware Inc. as well. And I'll put the links up in the chat as well. So I've been working on this, since this year, since during the pandemic. So all I've been doing was just working and grinding. So and I finally decided to get serious with this. So yeah, it's been a challenge, but I'm sticking. Decided to stick through it. So yeah.
And persistence definitely is going to pay off. Being persistent and also consistent. So it's just like when people say, you know what, man, this pandemic and, everybody is complaining about what's going on with the pandemic and things of that nature. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, there's a lot to that you can complain about. Anybody can complain about. But if you redirect that energy and kind of focus on something else, then great things do come out of some tough situations. And that's what we have here with Delaware Inc. So I am definitely super proud of him. We'll definitely have his link and all his information on how you can place an order for your t-shirts. And he does have some upcoming hoodies and some jogging pants and some other products that will be coming down the line in the next couple of weeks. So guys, again, definitely we'll have his information posted on our page. Please do me a favor, go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Also follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled JAYE for all three. So guys, we were late coming on. It's my fault.
It wasn't my fault. I'm usually late.
Always.
It's my fault. So I do apologize. So much going on. And we were here early. See, that's the crazy thing about it. Super early. And I'm just like, here I am, Johnny come lately. But you know what? This one right here, every time I have an issue,
it's not me.
he just, he got to take it a little bit easy on me. He just always looking and just judging and just, the judgment is just
The judgment is real.
real. It is truly real. But you know what? I have sat in this chair for 5 years. He has sat next to me for 5 years. And so,
Ooh.
God, it has been what a journey.
Long.
What a journey. But guys, listen, I thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I thank you guys so much for rocking with us, liking the page, sharing, inboxing us your topics and your questions, sharing just everything, participating, inviting new people to the group, to the page. We thank you guys so much. We started, man, 5 years. What was it when we first started the page?
Oh,
it
God.
was like, God,
Yeah, like about 30 or
we were like, oh my
there.
God, we gotta hurry up and
Yeah,
get to
like,
100. And we were
yeah,
like,
oh
man,
my
it's
God.
like the rush to get to 100.
We set goals every week. We'd be like, okay, Jay, we gotta do this. Okay, let's do this. Okay, at the end of the month, we gotta have this number, and we would hit, that number, and the next month we hit it, and then it just hit and just hit and just hit. You gotta work with the old folks on the top, baby.
Yes.
Work with the
Oh,
old
I'm
folks on
sorry.
the top.
And you, that's
There you go.
and I thought he turned it off. See, he told me he did.
That's off the
Oh,
top.
I thought. I'm sorry. New technology too. Yeah.
But yeah, it paid off. I mean, 5 years, we have a nice. The group is just grown, and it's truly grown and sexy, and the page is just completely just growing and growing and growing, and we can't thank you all enough.
We truly do. So again, guys, please do me a favor. Go to our page and like our page at the Jaye Spot. Also follow us on Twitter at Jaye Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the Jaye Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled JAYE for all three. Now, listen, guys. Okay, we want to go ahead and get into our first hot topic. Now, let me tell you, I'm on my soapbox right now because it has been a lot of mess going on this week. I could not wait. And how do we turn the rest of the volume? I could not wait to get to the studio because it's so much going on. So the first hot topic is, and there's been the video circulating around with the young lady. She called in to the talk show with the guy to get some advice.
Oh God, I saw that.
Okay, so the situation or the scenario, just from the piece that I did catch, was so supposedly she makes six figures, and she's looking for a man that makes six figures or more, and she's looking to get married, but she has a kid. I think that she said
has a child, but
she has a child.
She owns
Some
a
type of
business,
grooming business
She's
or
had for
something
9 years, and she started making six figures about 3 years ago, and she wanted to find a mate. She's tired of dating below her, and every time she dates below her, the guys always want to say they gotta, they want to go into her business with her or whatever, but she don't want that. She's fine with her business. Her father's successful, her uncle's successful, and she's just tired of being, dating below her. And the guys that make six figures, they don't want to have anything to do with her, basically, or they're older men or something like that. She was saying, so he shut her down.
I mean, my thing is this. First of all, like I just from so many different angles. I mean, I was just upset like on so many levels because first of all, there's a way to do everything. Like, okay, granted,
what you were upset with her or him?
Both. I was upset with both of them. So the first reason why I'm upset with her is because, she put so much emphasis on the men making six figures, and you're new to that arena. First of all, so it's just like she made it seem as though
to it in a sense, but she's not
new to money because her family have money.
Yeah.
But she put so much emphasis on the six figures as though the only men, like all good men, all men that make six figures or more, they're good men. Huh? Listen, that's so far from the truth. I know so many guys that have money and they're jerks. Like, so it's like, so all that emphasis was put on how much money he made and this and that. And then the kicker for me was her self-esteem when he asked
Yes,
her,
I thought that.
what
What
did
do you
she,
judge? What do you rate yourself as?
a
On a scale of
10,
a 1 to a 10, and you can't use 7.
a 10,
And
and then
she said
some.
a 5 without
I
makeup,
said,
and when I
oh,
put my makeup on, a 6. Your self-esteem is shot to sugar honey iced tea, sweetheart. Because there's no way in hell I may be a big girl knocking at 300 goddamn pounds, and that's my business. Guess what? I'm sexy as hell.
exactly.
My self-esteem is all the way up. So you can't tell me, and I don't care how much your money. I don't care if your money is long as your damn legs. It doesn't matter to me because I know who I am and I know how I feel about myself. So when you say that without makeup, girl, goddamn, I was like, I would just slap her so bad that the curls would come back and she would go back into a slavery mode because I was so over it with her.
And see, and the reason that I was upset, so it's just like, so when you hear somebody make that type of statement, why would he go in? It's like he went in for the kill. You know, our first offhand, you're listening to the way she's talking.
Well,
you already know that she has low self-esteem.
He went in for the kill because one, she was disrespectful. He had told her in the beginning. In the beginning, he said, "This is not the day for that. This is the day for, I think it was disagreement or something like that."
Then he shouldn't have continued to have the conversation.
He kept on
with
checking,
her.
and she kept on, still she, instead of her going with what the topic was for the day. That's like we had someone called in there, and they was going off of something that happened last.
And then we're not gonna sit there and entertain it.
Like, and he kept on. He kept on. He was like, you know what? Not a problem. And then he gave her the raw, unadulterated truth.
Well, the last one, the portion that I saw, which was when he gave her the business, and that was about 20 minutes.
But you should have called it at the beginning.
But I'm just like, you hear all of this, and you're hearing her say all of this, like you already know that her self-esteem was low. But my overall thing was just the things that he was saying, not specifically to her, but what he was saying as far as women, single mothers in general. And that's the part. And it's like this week, and lately it seems like, people are on this beat up on single mothers rampage. It's just like all throughout the internet, I've seen so many posts bashing single mothers. Well, they shouldn't have, like another one, the young lady, she had 2 kids, and she's looking for somebody that makes 6 figures, and he's telling her, no man is gonna want you. You got 2 kids by some man, and he didn't even think enough of you to marry you. It's like statements like that. I'm just like, okay, I am so done. So my question is, do you all think that single mothers, that they are, no one will marry them, that they're no longer worth pursuing because they've had a kid and the person that they had a kid with did not marry them? Do you think that single mothers should just say, you know what, listen, if this is my fate, I had a kid, he didn't marry me, here it is. I'm no one's gonna marry me, because basically and essentially that's what this man was saying to them. Listen, you have to get whatever man comes to you, even if you don't like him. Your options are shot because you have a kid or you have kids.
That's the
you have
thing.
You're not in position. You don't have any leverage because you have kids. So does single mothers lose their leverage? Do women lose their leverage because they have kids? Do they lose their leverage? What do you guys think about that? Amir, what do you think? A young lady, you're out here dating, young man. What do you think? What do you think as far as, because you're young age? I'm just like, I'm eager to hear what you have to say about it. A single mother.
Well, first I want to say this. I know it's very hard to, just even having just 1 or 2 kids. I know that's hard. Like I can't even imagine having 1, 2 kids. You working a regular job, and you doing everything that you can to like make sure that you provide and give your child the best that they give them all that they can. I know it's hard, so I'm not gonna even say nothing like say nothing about that because I can understand that. I mean, I just know how it feels. So like, I don't think no one should like sit up there and like degrade and like beat up and beat down like on single women because just because they below the belt. I feel like that's very wrong. Everybody is not perfect.
Right. And here's the thing, like with that too, is like I don't even have a problem with men that say that they don't want to date a woman that has kids. I mean, like, I'm totally okay with that. And I don't, here's the thing, I'm not promoting going out there and having all these kids out of wedlock. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, for those that do have kids, just because she has kids out of wedlock does not mean that nobody she should lower her standards. Oh, well, you lowered your standards. Your standards. Where were your standards at when you were sleeping? When old boy was popping you off, where were your standards at? They're the same place here. They're now.
You asked that. Would she not lower her standards? But what was the question?
So is she no? Should she settle for what she can get? Like, is she no
No,
longer
that wasn't it. That
valuable
wasn't it. You
or
said
marketable? Should she settle for what she can?
no.
Has
The
her
question,
value
the
diminished?
question that you asked Amir, did she? Oh my God.
So should their value diminish?
It's
Doesn't
not her
single
value
moms
is diminished, but I mean, the real thing
and
is,
are her options
yeah,
lower?
yeah. I mean, the real, yes, because let's be real, Amir, would you date someone right now that had two babies? No,
No.
you're
No.
not.
Mm,
You know, my son is
no.
not going to do that.
No.
Nobody in their right mind. And then, even as a woman, if I'm dating a young guy and I have no children, and you got these children out here, your value is a little low too. I mean, let's just be real. You have to accept that. And if he don't want to deal with you because you have a child, then that's not the one for you. That's just, it is what it is. You know, you can't get upset with someone because they don't want you because you got children. You chose to spread your legs, screw whomever, and then let that mug pop you up with a baby and then walk away. That's not his fault. That's your fault. That's what you decided to do at that time. So deal with it. You can't say, well, that's not fair that nobody wants me. That damn it, do you want yourself?
Absolutely. And see, and that statement right there, like, I don't feel like nobody will want you. It may be, and I always look at it like this. Everybody doesn't need to want you. All you need is just that one man or that one woman that's going to take you and love you, flaws and all, flaws, imperfections and all. All you need is that one. So it's like, stop trying to appeal to everybody. So it's like
Mhm.
you're trying to appeal to this person and trying to, it doesn't take all of that. Be confident in who you are, close the baby factory up, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But get your self-esteem up, pull your weight up, stop looking for these dudes to come and rescue you and rescue your own self. And I'm not saying, I don't think that, again, that a person's value diminishes. You just not for
No,
me.
your value
You
doesn't
just not
diminish.
for me.
Exactly. I'm not
But
your
don't
cup of tea.
mean,
And
and I always like, you just said it, your cup of tea. I like my coffee the way I like it. And I'm
exactly.
gonna drink it. I'm not changing the way I drink it. Just because I drink it that way, it may not be for you. But
Exactly.
I
But that
like
you
it.
like it that way. And
Yeah,
that's what we don't
exactly.
understand. We felt to say, well, what, this is not fair, this is not fair. Oh my God. Some women don't like guys with little penises. Cover your ears, baby. Some women like guys
I've heard. I've
that's
seen it too.
schlong long.
I've seen it.
Some guys don't like women with ugly vaginas. Some guys like women with beautiful vaginas. It is what it is. You like what you like. And so you can't get mad that one is not accepting of you because, well, it's not you. It's just the fact that you decided to have a baby and the daddy ain't even. And then when she said that, his daddy started his life. Girl, shut up, one. You gave out too much information. You don't even know this man. You should have paid for a session if you would have paid for a session since he's a clinical psychologist or whatever his PhD stands for. Then that would have been client patient privacy right there. So he couldn't have blasted your goofy behind all over the social media network.
But my thing is this, like, it being that's your profession, the way he did that, like,
But
I
because
couldn't
he
see
didn't treat her as a client.
but I couldn't see myself. My thing is this, we have enough going on in our community as it is. And it's just like,
Mhm.
and as I was saying in the post, I'm not, sugarcoating. Some of the guys like, oh, well, you're sugarcoating it. Yeah, he did right. You don't have to sugarcoat it. It's not about sugarcoating it. It's a way to say everything.
Mhm.
The way that you feel about something because you're upset and passionate in the moment. As they told us, the older folks said, everything that come up ain't meant to come out. So there's a way to get your point across without being detrimental. It's like we are mentally tearing each other down. Like, I mean, it's the things that oh, you're gonna go die alone and your cats are gonna eat them. Come
Yeah,
on,
now
like,
that's low.
you're
Yeah.
doing it's too much. Like, it's too much. It's like there's already a problem. You can already see that there's an issue. So why do you want to be the one to put that nail in the coffin? It's not about sugarcoating anything. You can say what you have to say. So you mean to say that you cannot express yourself without being that derogatory? You can't get your point across without
I
tearing
think that
at the
was
last shred.
for her. It was the fact that she was so disrespectful. Like, you got to catch the end. I mean, the beginning of it. You can't catch the middle. She was so disrespectful and not understanding. You're not even respecting that this is his business. He has
But no, this
told
is
you.
just general because there was another young lady, and this is just
Oh,
general
just
because all of the posts, and all of the comments in regards to just the women having multiple kids by multiple men, and they're thinking, it's being said
that's
that, well,
probably him
you
getting.
know,
He got his feelings hurt.
oh well, now they go have all these babies by these men, and now they want somebody else to come in and take care of their baby. Listen, if I didn't make them, I'm not raising them, and you're entitled to feel that way. Again, she's not the woman
But see, that's
for
the messed up thing about it is you don't want me like that, then you don't have a right to sleep with me either. And then that falls back on the woman too. Because if you see he's being this type of ass, why would you give yourself to him when he clearly is not going to be the man for you,
And
the
do
man
you
for
want
your
around your
children?
kids? That's
No,
not,
you
you don't want
don't. He's
anybody
gonna
like that
mistreat
around
you.
your
He's
kids,
gonna
and they're
mistreat
gonna
your children.
treat your
Oh, we got
kids
to get
as
into
well.
this.
So it's just like it's so much. What are they saying on Facebook?
She Marsha says she doesn't want an average guy. She says she only wants a six-figure guy. The guy could have said she wants a guy that would be a good role model for her children. She thinks she deserves six-figure guy, but to her eyes, she's only a five. And then Lawrence said, "What's up? What's up,
Hey,
Lawrence Johnson?"
Lawrence.
And then Tiff says, "I don't understand why people think she shouldn't desire a man that earns six figures because of her looks. The two things are not mutually exclusive."
And it's like she kind of set herself up though for that because it's like again when you're focusing strictly on, you know, financial attributes, it's like what about his character? What about his heart? What about all these other things that should matter?
I bet the men that if a six-figure guy was interested in her and he said, "You know what, I really want to invest in your business," I bet you she would have jumped on that one. But the ones who don't make six figures and they said, "I want to jump in, I want to invest in your business," you shun them. You have no child for your father for your I mean, you have no father for your child. You have no man next to your bed. You have a king corset. You have a big dog that's next to your bed. He's very protective. I was like, shut up, you're so stupid. But you're so proud of these two things, and but you call about you want a man that makes X, Y, and Z. But are you the type of woman that is deserving of any man? Really, that's what you should be asking yourself.
And it's like the super. So it's like my thing is this: we gotta stop being so superficial as well because it's just like okay, if you're getting on there and oh he gotta make six figures and da 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 da. Okay, so does the more money a man make, does that make him a better man because he makes more money? Does that mean that he's a great man? Like okay, and just because she has all these kids, does that mean that she's not a great woman?
It's nowhere with that type of mindset. I tell you that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, I mean, I'm not condoning being out here having all these kids because women, you have to be in control of your fertility because if you are not in control of your fertility and who you having babies with, again, it's not a woe is me. Like every time you lay down with somebody, there's a chance that you can get pregnant, that you can have a baby. So you gotta do your due diligence and you gotta take responsibility for that. Even though I think that both parties are responsible for ultimately creating a baby, but at the end of the day, the woman is left to carry the load. The woman is left to carry the burden of being that single mother. The woman is looked upon in a negative way. So she can have three kids by three different men, but then the same dude, okay, he got three kids by three different women. And the situation looks totally different because her kids are with her versus his kids are with all of the mothers.
Donna, and I love Donna. Hey, Donna guy. She says he could make six figures in '07. What? And that's what she's not looking at either. His debt ratio. You want this bad? I want a man that makes six figures.
Exactly. So it's just so many other things. So it's like, listen, I just want to say when we're talking about single mothers, this is the predominant makeup of our communities right now. So we need to be lifting these women up. I mean, they have all the, it's so much. This is where all the violence and the crime and stuff is taking place in these type of households. So it's like instead of us beating them up, we're not going to condone it. We're not going to say, oh yeah, it's okay, you can have all these kids, you can. We're not saying that. What I'm saying is stop beating up on her and help her to better herself. If she's in position that she's not bettering herself, she's having all these kids for a reason. For a reason. It's just like the more education that women have, the less, chances that they're going to keep having all of these kids. So it's just like it's a lot of things that are taking place. So instead of beating the single mother up, let's start lifting them up. Let's start. It's a lot of men out here. These kids need role models. Yes, they're not your kids. Oh, I didn't raise them. But are you not your brother's keeper? Like, what happened to us having a village type mentality? What happened to the brother seeing a young brother that is going down a wrong path? What's wrong with having a conversation with him? What's wrong with, taking him up under your wings and teaching him how to be a man? No, it's not your responsibility, but it could be that very conversation that you have with him that could save your crazy life. He could be out there thinking about sticking somebody up, robbing somebody. It could be you, but you had a conversation with him. Is it your responsibility? Yes, because you're a man. You're an elder. Is it, sisters? It's our responsibility to talk to these young ladies. Yes, it is. It is. So let's get off of our soapbox. Let's stop judging and bashing and throwing stones because, again, you can throw stones at her for having all these kids, but at the end of the day, none of us are perfect. So let's stop throwing stones and let's start embracing these kids that are being brought up into these situations because it's going to lead to our next hot topic. Can a woman raise a man and teach him how to be a man? Can a woman, do you think a mother can teach her son how to be a man?
Mary raised Jesus.
No. Now, here's the thing.
That's the one's going to say that.
Listen, here's the thing. I have a son, and this is my son right here.
Not me, but
very good, very handsome, intelligent young man. But I did not show him how to be a man. I can't show him how to be a man because I'm not a man. All I was able to do was teach him how to be a good person. But what I did was I put him in position to be around positive men, positive role models, positive, as many positive men that I could so that they can pour into him. So I was thankful because even though I'm a single mother, I had a village. It takes a village to raise these kids. It takes a village. So the young man that you see sitting before you, that was not only me per se, it was my village. So what I'm saying is we have to step up and be a village to the other young people that are coming up, this next generation. And I tell my son that all the time. Yeah, you're a young man. Now I want you to reach back and pull somebody up because you had plenty of people reaching and pulling and holding your hand along the way. So it's like we got to give back the same things that we were getting. And what do you think about that, Amir, as far as like being not having your father in the household? How did that affect you?
Well, I mean, it's sad. I mean, and I still think about that from time to time still, but at the end of the day, like, yeah, I was disappointed, and like once I the older I got, I kind of like realized that yeah, he might not have been in my life, but I'm still thankful for the people that I've met, and that I have good connections with. So I didn't let that like affect me in like no way, shape, or form. I mean, I got over it. Like now that I'm older now, I see that he's trying to like, like be in my life and stuff. But it's like I think to myself, like, do I really want to have like a connection with you now? But like, it doesn't hurt to like try. I mean, like you just gotta put in the work.
And it's like the thing is, it's not an easy thing. And here's the thing: I'm so thankful because you know what, this guy he made it easy. Now let me tell you, had I had somebody different, then I may, not be sitting here having this jovial conversation that I can have because I'm not one of those mothers that had a hard experience because I have definitely witnessed some horror stories with these young men growing up because they had so much time on their hands. But again, this is the product of a single mother. So I'm going to, salute him because, man, he beat a lot of the odds, because y'all, his mama wasn't much,
She was
his
out there in these
mama
streets,
his mama was,
hiding in the bushes. And
he
stuff.
he knows,
I saw
he
it.
knows
I
that
did the
his
video.
mother, but what I'm saying is if we get together and we raise them and embrace them and teach them the right thing opposed to beating up on the mother, beating up on them and casting them out, we're going to have more of these type stories. He'll be graduating from school next year, the class of 2021. So it's the thing, we don't what I'm saying is I tell him, listen, I didn't do it the right way. I had a son out of wedlock at an early age, so I'm like, all of the stuff, all this I did, don't do it. Okay.
No.
You do the exact opposite
Opposite.
because again, I see the effect and I see how hard it was, and I see the effect that my choices and my decisions have had on his life. So I'm very candid and I'm very honest with him about that. So I don't try to sugarcoat it. Oh, well, I'm gonna pretty it up because I was a single. So since I had a baby out of wedlock, then it's okay for him to go ahead on and do it.
Nah,
No, it's not. It's because you get a lot of parents that since you done messed your ish up, now you go and try to, do the kids. You sabotage your
That's
kids because you
crazy.
don't want them to go further and do better. No,
You want your child to
you
do
want
further
them
than
to
you.
because
Much
that's
better
the
than you.
ultimate. That's the ultimate reward. That's the ultimate victory. Tag. They made it farther than I did.
Exactly.
They are better than I was.
Mhm.
Now you win. See, ma'am, that's the stuff that you're supposed to be bragging on. Not,
Exactly.
oh, well, I want him to have it. No, what's your kid, what's your offspring, what they doing? Okay, what type of people are you raising? So while you sitting up here chasing these dudes, chase down that homework, chase down these parent teacher conferences, chase down all these. This man had me running all over,
Every practice, every
everything.
game, every meet, every practice event,
everything,
just
just
everything.
crazy. Like because you gotta be there working
Yeah,
a full
that's your
time
child.
job.
Yes.
Listen, it's been plenty of times he pulled up to the school. He catch me out in the parking lot. What I'm doing, sleep in the car, waiting on him to come.
That good sleep, that car seat.
Yeah, that car sleep, man. You be tucked in the look,
on.
man. Please, I'm telling you. But again, it's the decision. If you made a decision to have a kid and you had a kid out of wedlock, listen, we're not gonna sit up here. We're not gonna blame them. We're not gonna do the blame game. We're not gonna do any of that. What we're gonna do is get our ish together so that we can have our kids get their stuff together. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lift each other up and let's start, stop focusing on all of this frivolous, superficial stuff. Oh, well, he gotta do this and he gotta make this and I look good and I go set down.
All the way down.
Go set down. Yes, having kids. Okay, yeah, that's your greatest accomplishment. Or I had another question. They asked the lady, well, what can you do for him? I seen this is something. Listen, I done seen so many videos and clips. What can you offer a man? And she was like, well, you really want me to tell you? He was like, yeah, I want you to tell me what can you offer him. Well, I'm gonna take care of him in the bed. Wait a minute, what? If the only thing that you have to offer a man is in the bedroom, ma'am, you have lost. Please go find you a corner, find you some self-esteem.
Said the kitchen and the bedroom, Florida. The kitchen and the bedroom.
Man, I'm like, oh, won't you? I'm like, so they were really. Let me tell you, none of them women speak for me at all. At all, you don't represent, and they don't. I'm gonna say this: they don't represent the majority of the single mothers because the majority of the single mothers are out here doing their things. And again, It's okay. You're gonna come across some men that don't want to be bothered with you because you have kids and that don't want. It's okay. Don't be mad at them because again, at the end of the day, like he said, you chose. We chose to cock our thighs. Listen, R. Kelly said, "Keep it on." We gon' keep it on a down low. That's a lie, okay? Because if you didn't use no protection, it ain't no down low. It's, here it is. 20-some years later. It ain't on the down low.
Morning after pills. I'm just saying.
That wasn't out. I don't know if that was out back then. I don't know.
You just have to
But-
pop like 6 to 7
but you
Versatile
know-
pills. It's got the same effect.
Right. So it's like the thing is, it's done. You made that choice. You can't be mad. Oh, where he said he didn't want no kids. He wasn't there. Okay, listen, sis, get up, dust your stuff off, adjust your crown, pull your girdle up, pull that, what's the thing that pull the waist trainer up, snap it on, and keep it moving. Get your kids, do what you gotta do, keep it moving. Stop looking for somebody to rescue you and rescue yourself. Guys, we're gonna take a short musical break. And when we return, we're gonna get into our next hot topic. You're listening to the Jaye Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time.
Loving you has always been easy because it's true. Yeah. I wouldn't have believed if someone would have told me you would come along. Oh, to revive my soul, cause I was so in love, my heart had grown cold, so cold. You had good energy, exactly what I needed. You walked in my life and placed the joy where was needed. I don't mirage what I feel for you, but that on God, girl, I'm loving you. Said it's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy to love, easy to love. Oh yeah, yeah. Loving you has always been easy 'cause you're beautiful. Loving you has always been wonderful, more than you'll ever know. We got the chemistry, go together like love sex. The passion and care we show one another tops all the rest. The feelings I have for you, I ain't felt in so long. What we share together, baby, the bond is so strong. It's no facade of what I feel for you, love. But that, oh God, I got love for you. Yeah, said it's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, baby. Oh, easy to love. Said it's easy, baby. Easy to love. Easy to love. Said it's easy. So easy to love. Easy to love you. Loving you has always been easy 'cause you're beautiful. Loving you, yeah, yeah, it's what I search my life to do. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Welcome back to the Jaye Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay, and sitting next to me, we have my co-host, my partner in crime, sizzling, sexy, simply author, actress, businesswoman, playwright, sex kid. Hey, E, how you doing?
I have to make an announcement.
Oh, okay. I'm excited.
Oh, it's Mom's birthday. Happy
birthday, Amon.
His birthday. He turned 15
Oh my
today.
God,
Happy birthday,
15.
Amon.
Happy birthday,
Shout out
Amon.
to Amon and my friend Lee. Lee is a good supporter of the show. His daughter's birthday today as
Happy
well.
birthday,
Leah.
Princess.
And then Nisi, our old Nisi's
Yes,
birthday is
Chef
today
Happy
as
Sexy
birthday.
well.
Foxy. Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So our 5-year anniversary. I never knew that it was Amon's birthday.
No, that's why I went on the first show.
Oh wow,
It's Amon's
cool.
birthday, so I gave him his driving lessons. He tried to kill me 2 times, but we was good to go. He was like, "I don't want to drive." He pulled back like, "I don't
Boy,
want to drive."
oh
Like, you
my
got
goodness.
this. I said, "Cause you get this right, you get your permit, you get the license. You got a 16th birthday coming up. You want a car, dude. You want a car." So,
Yes.
And
Well,
then he
that
told
is
me the truth
good.
about the blue car. So Naeem, when I get home, me and your ass got to
Dead
meet
man
tonight.
walking, Naeem. Well, happy birthday, you all. Thank you so much for supporting us. And now
Yes.
listen, sitting next to Sizzling Sexy Simply E, we have our honorary co-host on tonight. NIU Drumline member, CEO of Delaware Inc. We are rocking his product tonight, Delaware. Make sure you place the order for your t-shirts on tonight. Listen, he's graduating next year. Woo! Class of 2021.
Yes, I am.
My son Amir. Hey Amir, how you
How
doing?
you doing, Miss J?
Good, and you?
I'm doing good.
Good. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, really?
For having me. AKA Beloved Junior.
You
That's
know.
her name.
You know,
That's her name. Call it all the time.
why do you call? He calls me Beloved Junior all the time. He says, "Listen."
Because that's what you be saying, beloved.
Yeah. But
So-
I just had to add Junior for you.
Because he feels like
Yeah,
now
probably
he has to look, he has to look out for me, and
Yes.
he
yes.
looks. Because why do you have? What do you feel like you have to look out for me?
Yeah, and I have to make sure that you stay on track. as
See?
well, because you can get off at any given moment.
And see,
why.
guys, so let me tell y'all this. Listen, I'm telling you, he's like a he's a young old man. So like he acts like he's somebody's father. I swear. He's just like, he acts like, y'all, don't let him, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Don't let him put me in the room by myself without the window and the fish. Because this all I got. Like I was one shot and I was just like, no.
Yes, he will, and it's gonna look so real.
I don't want y'all. He gonna don't let him put me up in that room by myself because he already calling me Beloved Junior.
She'll
So
be fine. She'll be in there with her little fish named Jay. She'll be all right. I'm telling y'all, she'll be fine.
but listen, you guys, because he tell me that look when he catch me talking to myself, because I do talk to myself, a lot, but I be having, things that I gotta get out, and I'm like, okay, listen, I be in the middle of working and yeah, right. We'll be
Sitting up there talking to yourself and Sarah be like, I'm sorry, I don't understand. I'm like, oh, Sarah, I'm sorry about that. She just sitting up there talking to us. So
I do true. But guys, listen, we want to thank you so much for tuning in again. Today is the Jaye Spot's 5-year anniversary. We have been rocking with you all. You guys have been rocking with us for 5 years. We want to thank you guys so much for the support, for the continuous support, for the participation, for the love, all of everything, guys. We thank you so much. Please also follow us on Instagram at the Jaye Spot Radio, and Jay is spelled JAYE for all three. We got a lot of comments. I forgot where we stopped off at, but where do we have? Okay, so we got she said, I know a great man that was raised by a single mom, but the mom introduced real deal male role models. Absolutely. And that's the thing. You have to keep them around. I don't think that, as I say, my personal opinion, I don't think that, women, single mothers can raise men to be men because we don't know what men go through. Like we go through different things as women, so we can teach them how to be good people, but it's important that you put them around good, positive male role models that's going to feed that male, that's going to speak that male language because they speak different languages. Like me as a mother, I spoke crazy mother language. And, as he got, especially listen, when these guys become teenagers and they become young adults, it's like, okay, now it's like their hormones, it's like at 13, they go crazy and they turn into somebody else. And then it's like, okay, now I'm sitting up here like, man, I'm being like Snoop. Murder was the case that they gave me because, sometimes it can get to the point where you feel like, okay, listen, I'm going to bash his head like right off, just clean off because you don't understand all of the hormones and things of that nature. But I'm just thankful that we're past that point. But it wasn't all perfect, but it wasn't horrible either. We had growing pains. A lot of this stuff that a lot of these mothers are dealing with, it's some horror stories out there. So what I'm saying is, if you see some young people that can use some guidance, like instead of judging, I mean, we can all sit back and toot and sit on our high horse because, oh well, I had my kids, all of my kids, and I had them, and I was married, but your kids still messed up. You still, so it's like, listen, you get some good kids that come out of single parent households. You get some bad kids that come out of single parent households. You get some good kids that come out of a married family structure. You get some screwed up kids that come out, of married households. So it's like the thing is, let's do our best. If you see somebody in need, let's just help them out. Now, here's our next hot topic, guys. This hot topic, the young lady, she went to dinner at her boyfriend's house. And so this is her first time meeting the mom and the family and things of that nature. So after dinner was done, the mom told the girlfriend, go into in the kitchen and wash the dishes because this is to do your womanly duties, because this is what women do, wash the dishes. So she told the girl to go and wash the dishes. And so the girl looking like, so do you feel like the young lady should, this is the first time she met the mother.
I'm not washing up damn dishes. And I'm a guest at your house and stuff. And, I didn't offer it. Let me at least
But
offer.
She said that this is what, listen, to be with her son, you have to be able to take care of her son. So her son is used to being taken care of. So bust them son.
I done cook. Well, you know what? I'm a guest at your house. One, you came to me incorrectly. Two, you should have left me off. At least I would let me try to impress you. But now you telling me what I got to do to impress your son, bump you and your raggedy ass son. I got toys.
So would you wash the dishes or
the hell? No, you up here cussing? You see how your mama just cussing at me? You said that you can't be cussing at me like that. You said you don't curse. Because you sure cussing right now.
So Amir, so if a young lady came to the house, would you?
I'm hiding them all from you. Just because of that, I'm hiding them all from you.
See, why you gonna
and the family?
Why you gonna hide them from me? Guys, he feels that way.
You ain't rap right. You defend me all crazy. I done seen my cousin. They invite they little ladies over. I'm just skeptical about mine.
So why are you skeptical?
I gotta wait.
What have we done that makes you not want to invite them over?
I already know. You already told me our family is crazy and we just dysfunctional. I don't know. I got to see about that. If you're on your best behavior, because you have been lately, but I got to see. You got to check in with me. Yeah.
See, here's the thing. I don't care two snaps about what he's over there saying at all, because once my bloodhound trail is on, listen, I'm going to find out whatever it is I need to find out. So what you guys, I will say this, I do struggle because I'm striving to, let the reins go a little bit, but it's hard. Why are you looking at me like that? When I say I struggle a little bit.
Why are you having a problem with letting the reins go?
Because some of these girls, I don't like them.
But you ain't going to be with them.
I know.
You're going to be with them.
I don't, but I don't like them. Like, I just, so I'm having a problem with that. So I've been trying,
Listen, somebody please help Jay. Jay is single. She is available. For those that didn't understand that language, I can speak it in English.
Listen, I don't know. I know I am very much out. I am very much out of the game. I am off the market. I am very, yes.
You got these t-shirts is on the market? Yes,
I am off the market. I am totally off.
25, 50, how 6 figures? What you
I'm totally off. I love good men.
Good men.
Okay, so you can't be dirt dog broke.
Don't be dirt dog broke. A good man.
But you gotta be a good man. But I am
off doghouse. I
am off the market though. I am totally off the market.
Once you find your mama man, because if you find her man, she gonna release some rings and won't be on you.
I still have. Listen, you have to be able. It's called multitasking. It's called I be minding my business.
We gotta make her find her a really good businessman.
I'm still minding his business too. So but I'm trying not to mind his business so much because I'm always being told leave him alone. So I hear that, I hear that.
What's wrong with you? You hear, but you don't comprehend what's wrong.
Right, because I can't. Like, I need to be in all places. Like, I need to have my ear over here, and then I need, I need to survey the scene.
The churches was open.
Yeah, because they had, they have. So, but I'm still nope. Even when he was at school, we already had. Listen, I just need to be in the know. So that's just how it is for me. I need to exactly. I need to be in the know. So I would had that situation been for me, I would have washed the dishes because she's the elder. I would have washed, but I wouldn't go on. But that would probably have been the last time that I went back to his house. Now, and here's the thing: I say shame on the young man because if you know that your mother is like that, he should have gave old girl a heads up. Because listen, my friends, mothers. I rock with mothers. I have not met a mother yet that I could not rock with because I'm cool people, so I'm gonna be able to rock with you. But my friend, his mother told me this Lord God a long time ago. He gave me the rundown on his mother, and everything that he said was true. And his mother and we became like really good friends over the years, until she passed away or whatnot. But all she had issues. So I'm expecting my son to give his little friends the rundown, the rundown on me. I want him to get give him the rundown. And therefore, nothing that's gonna happen is going to be a surprise. And just tell him, she come in love. And my favorite saying, charge it to my head and not to my heart.
I hate that set. I be like, no. She hasn't said that in actually a long time because before, like 5 years ago, that was her slogan.
Charge it to, but it's like, but growth and just now you are where we know what we doing now. We know what we're doing. Like we were figuring this thing, trying to figure this thing out, but 5 years later, see. We got it. We ain't perfect, but it's like we've learned so much and we've talked to so many people. So, guys, listen. Here's our next hot topic. Go ahead.
Happy belated birthday, Nicole Watson.
Happy belated birthday, Nicole. That's our friend. Hey, Nicole. So, listen, guys, our next hot topic. Do women ever feel they're too broke to date? Like, have you ever been...
We don't feel that way. We be like, but sometimes we do, but I'm like, I still want to date somebody. I like shit. If I see it, but if I see homeless couples together and she got a man, he got a man, or he got a woman, hell, I want somebody too. They broke and they in love. Why can't I be in love and be partially broke? What the hell? What's the problem?
See, now me, I'm different. I don't when things are not going my way financially, I don't want to be bothered at all. I have a bad attitude and I don't want to be bothered because I'm so used to having my own. I'm not rich, but I'm not poor, broke, and starving. I'm going to be able to go and order my coffee, and I'm going to order my coffee how I like every day. I'm going to order my coffee. Right. So that's the thing about it. So I'm like, as long as I can get my stuff, but it's like when things are not working out for me business-wise, or I got a lot of stuff going on, and I don't have extra money.
Oh, yeah, you be getting crabby. Nah, I can't. I need a vacation. I look, she be like, what the heck this helping me trying going everywhere? I need a vacation. I be like,
listen,
I don't have the money. I can't go.
I'm like, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be bothered like at all. So I'm just like, so dating, because here's the thing. I've never been the type of woman to count a man's coins. I don't care about your coins. What you got is what you got. It's all good. Oh, I'm gonna give you something. I got you. And that's all fine and dandy. But the way I was raised and the way my mentality is set up, and some guys have said, that's your ego, that's your pride. Call it whatever you like to call it. If my ish ain't in order, I can't rock with you. I just can't. Because I don't ever want to make it feel. I don't want to ever feel like you holding your stuff over my head. Not saying that that's ever happened to me, but I just in my subconscious, my psyche, I can't allow that. I just can't because I'm so used to doing it for myself. So yeah, it's okay to oh well, then that's what a man is for. No, that's what my husband is for. Well, I don't have him. We we haven't made that. We haven't made that deal yet. Still that deal. But once I get him, I'm still gonna wanna ask him if I can be over the finances because I just I gotta be comfortable with doing that.
After the holiday season, after the Christmas season, Valentine's Day is in the air. Jay's birthday is just right around that corner, and we can go outside and wear these masks on a date. So I'm looking forward to hook Jay up
I'm
for this
already
Valentine.
hooked up. I'm
I'm
already
looking to
hooked
hook
up.
Jay
I
up for
don't
this
want.
Valentine's. Please be between the heights of
I don't.
5'10"
I
to
don't know why she don't
6'2".
listen.
Please be gainfully employed
I
and
don't know why she not listening. I'm
make
already hooked
at
up.
least
I am already hooked up.
50K and more. That'd be
No,
that'd be
I'm
great.
already hooked
Hush up,
up.
but she's not.
I'm already hooked
Do
up.
not live with your mother. She likes the black man. That's just hey, that's her thing.
I'm already hooked
And
up.
be pleased and don't be like, well, I got all this and I got all that, and you look like what the hell and why. Don't do that because that's
No.
just not fair. Don't take off your Halloween mask. You got to go get surgery, and please be at least well endowed in the
Oh
phallic
my
area
gosh,
because
this
everything is
one right
real.
here.
Nobody wants a little wiener. Nobody
I
wants that.
cannot
Nobody.
and
They
will.
only eat those little bite sizes around the holiday season. And though Valentine's is a holiday,
I'm listen.
we try to make her
I am
holler
off.
that day.
I am not on the market. I am so not on the market.
Oh, Jaye Spot.
No, you don't. Not for me. Not for me. So listen, Amir, let me ask you. So would you date a young lady that is broke? Like she ain't doing nothing. Like she ain't trying to do nothing whatsoever. Would you date a young lady that's broke?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Now, you want the good answer or you want the bad answer?
Both.
All right. You want the good? All right, I got you. Here we go. So yes, I will date a nice young lady if she doesn't have, especially if you're in college, I ain't got no more. I mean,
You
what is it?
understand?
Yeah, I feel like that's the perfect way to like bond and like get to know each other. Yeah, you might not have a lot. That's fine. I might not have. That's fine. We can still work it out. Still, I mean, you doing your thing. I'm doing my thing. We both like on the same page with everything. We going places. Yeah, it can work. So that's a yes. Now the no. If you not doing nothing, you got babies or whatever. You not in school or whatever. You working a regular 9 to 5 job, and I see like the way you are, your personality is, and what you got going on, then it's probably gonna be enough for me. And you don't. And another thing, if you can't like take care of your money and like respect money and stuff, you just spending it on like frivolous stuff and like you know just crazy stuff. You got the eyelashes and stuff and the fur the shoes. No, it's definitely because you telling me that you got money. So I'm like, how you sitting up there broke and you
I
got
don't have
the little
nothing.
MCM bag and the Birkin bag and stuff like that, the little shades and the colorful hair,
That's
looking like the
just,
Skittles, looking like
we
the
can sell it
rainbow
at
and
the
stuff. You
hair
telling me
shop.
that you got money. So I'm like,
I don't
hey,
have
we can
nothing.
work this out. I mean, we can split it. We can go 50-50. I mean, hey, that's
I
just my
can't.
thing.
I can't.
You telling me that you got it, so that you got it all, and you don't need a man because you got it all. I just see it from that point of view. No,
And that was a good point. So it's just like if depending upon your age. So
yeah,
you're
you
in
went
college. So
fashion over this, fashion over that. Hey, you telling me you got money, so I'm like, how can you be broke? You telling me that you wearing all of the expensive stuff? You telling me that you ain't? Hey,
and see, and that's a good, and you made a good point, Amir. So it's just like for college age, students and young people, then of course you
All
got
of them
that
broke.
flexing
right.
all
They
on
ain't
You
the
got
know,
no
you
money.
Instagram.
guys
Only
are,
people they got is
but
their
if
parents
you
got money.
good and grown, 30 plus, and then some. Listen, and you broke, and then you got kids.
Yeah.
No, dating should be the last thing on your mind. That's for a man or a woman. Like if your money is not, if your finances are not together, then that's the last thing that should be on your mind. Now I know, But I still need to get something. See, wait, that's what happened. That's how you got the last baby, because you had to get some. See, that's how it happened. You leave it
Yeah.
alone. Put that up. Put your hot pocket up. Listen and focus on getting your finances right, and then maybe along the line you'll find somebody that y'all both out there grinding and
But
hustling.
it's probably a lot of Captain Saver hoes for a lot of these broke chicks. And it's probably a lot of, Captain Girl Saver dude or whatever, for these low income, no broke dudes.
No,
They got it good nowadays because now they gonna now they like on these dating sites. They're like, if you want to talk to me, send me some money through Cash App so I know it's real. I'm like, okay, yep. See that disqualify you right there.
oh wow.
No.
J Law says, I rarely see that in the dating world. Where I come from, men have no problem with dating women with multiple children. In fact, the only issue I see are men that think these women are easy, which is solely bring to realization that not to be true. And then Maxine says, hey, Maxine, we are always worthy of love. Just have to find a man who loves her and her children.
Absolutely. And that's the thing about it. That's what I said. Again, we're focusing on all of them. Oh, all the men that got this. You only need that one. That's all you need is one.
She can be broke and be able to focus on
No,
that.
she needs no. If you broke, you need to get yourself together. Broke?
She can be broke.
No.
Why not? Because you always see in the movies, she done fell off on her luck, her business and fell through or whatever.
But see, that's not broke.
Yeah, she's broke. And she has to have packed everything up and just move now into her friend's house because of her parents.
Is she doing anything?
No, she's trying to figure it out, but she's lost everything.
But she lost everything.
She has nothing.
So she broke, you ain't had it.
She don't have nothing though. Either way, broke is broke. You can have it and
you're
not having it. I think
that's
probably one of the worst things when you've had it and then you lose it, opposed to when you've never had it.
And see, and it's like I've been in that situation. I cannot focus. I don't want to be bothered. I'm trying to figure out if you've had it
but still
and lost it.
I mean, but still at that point, it's okay too.
No, it's not.
For me, I think it is okay to want somebody to want you because damn, you're now at the point where you're depressed, your finances is shot, you don't know what you're gonna do, and to have that comforting person next to you saying, you know what, listen, if I'm not strong enough to get up and on my own, then I got you.
Well, here's why I don't find it comforting. It's because your issue's in order. So you getting up and jolly every day, and I'm still worried about how I'm gonna make this.
I can't. If he's not the type of man that said, you know what, I got you,
and he might be.
But I'm saying if he's not, then and his stuff is in order, and he look at you like, well, what you gonna do? I mean. That goes both ways too. You can drop his ass, or you can say, you know what, I can still ride this dude because he shows me he's not going to help me out. So let me just get up on my behind and do some stuff.
But it's like even if he is saying that he's going to help you out, it's just like for me personally, it's just a different feeling. I mean, helping me out, I don't know. It's hard because
you don't want nobody to help you.
Exactly. So that's why I'm just you know hard. What? It is like I'm like I hate.
You just refuse to say.
I don't want to ask nobody for anything.
That's why that's what I'm asking for you for a date.
No, I'm taking. I'm taking. No. I'm taking.
Everybody's married to Jesus.
Right. Taking back coffee.
Sharing him. Everybody's sharing him.
Coffee.
No, I am not. Listen, I am not available. But I was like, again, being in that situation and have been there several times when my stuff is not right. I mean, of course, dudes, they offer. I'm like, I don't have a problem with that. I know, but the offer, I just can't take it. I'm like, because I'm so used to being self-sufficient and doing it myself. That's just me.
Then, well, and I don't think that you are that type of woman that. You know, the guys, they offer, and then you shut them down. And then you make them feel like they
no,
not that. Okay. You shut them down, and then you cry out because you have women that's like this. The guys that offer, they offer. You shut them down, you refuse, and then you cry. But there's no such thing as a good man.
And see, no. And that's the thing about it. It's like I've met so many great dudes, so I'm like, that is not even. I just have to have for my security and for my peace of mind,
man.
I like to feel like I've accomplished what I got. I got it on my own. Like I've worked I work too hard, to be, I don't know, and maybe I look at it as handouts. I don't want your handouts. And maybe that's not the right way to look at it, but that's how I look at it. I'm just like, okay, I work too hard. I can do this ish on my own. And I take pride in doing that. Not saying that he would not have my back because I know that he would. Like, I don't have a doubt about that, but it's just something about just knowing that, man, my stuff is in order so I can freely just do the things that I need to do. But I'm like, if my cash ain't right, I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to talk. Oh, good morning, beautiful. Good morning. Hey, I scram, beat it, beat it with a bat because you barking up the wrong tree. But guys, listen, we're gonna take a short musical break,
Sure.
and when we return, we're gonna get into a few more hot topics. So please stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. You're
Yes.
listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families,
Hmm.
one conversation at a time.
Get so lonely. Can't let no anybody love me. You are the one that lives in me, my dear. I should never feel lonely. You don't ever wanna spend some time. I want your love in every drop of a dime. You see me calling, you should come running. Quit all that stalling. My body's calling. I got downtime. All the time. This could be so perfect for one hell of a night. Think you got a secret ease. Seen it cold in my cup. I just wanna slow this on you, baby. We can turn it up. You had your chance. No second chances. This love I had is not for play. Under no circumstances, I'm in need of romancing. Pick up the phone 'cause I get so lonely. Can't let no anybody love me. You are the one that lives in me, my dear. I should never feel lonely. Lately, your love has been on my mind. Obviously busy, I wanna unwind. Fantasizing, thinking about you. Anticipating is about to go down. Don't leave me waiting for you. I get so lonely. You had your chance, no second chances. This love I had is not for play. Under no circumstances, I'm in need of romancing. Pick up the phone 'cause I get I get
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. And sitting next to me, we have my co host, my partner in crime, sizzling, sexy, simply E, author, actress, businesswoman, playwright, sex kid. Hey E, how you doing?
Baby, I tell you,
She's a bad mama Gemma.
I'm so high as
Oh,
I can be.
you know what? I
What?
cannot with this
Not
one
that
right
one.
here. That was not the
was
line
the
to it. That was not the line, anime. That was not the line. And sitting next to sizzling, sexy, simply E, we have our honorary co-host on tonight, NIU Drumline member, CEO of Delaware
Inc.
Amir. How you doing, Amir?
How you doing, Miss J?
Good, and you?
I'm doing great.
Good. You are over there just looking like you got your own business over there. Do me a favor. Tell everybody how they can get in contact with you and how they can order a shirt.
Yes, follow me on Facebook at Delaware Inc. and follow me on Instagram as well, Delaware_Inc.
Yes. And how can they place the order for the t-shirt?
You can place the order
Big.
through Big Cartel.
And we have that link posted on our page on the
Yes.
J Spot. and that's Jaye. So please go to our page, Facebook page, like us at the J Spot, follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio, and J is spelled Jaye for all three. And we'll definitely have the link to where you can order a t-shirt. And if you want to order through Cash App, then you can go send the money to Cash App, the $ the J Spot 2018. Indicate the color of the shirt and the size, and we will get that out to you. But guys, listen, it's 5. We are 5 years old today. We have been talking to you, helping you, laughing with you. Some of you making us cry and hurting our feelings because of the things that you're going through. We have just been bonding over these 5 years, and we just want to say thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for rocking with us. We really appreciate it, and we're looking forward to what the future holds for us. So just please continue to rock with us, support us, and we thank you guys so much. Now listen, guys, our next hot topic. See, this is some bull junk right here. I'm gonna tell you. Can you deal with a man that still takes care of his ex? Meaning he is still getting her hair done, he's getting her nails done, things of that nature. Ladies, could you? But they're not together. But he's still doing those things for her. And fellas, could you date a man? Could you date a woman that is still receiving money and she's still getting her hair done, her eyelashes done? He's still doing all of this, but they're not together. He's an ex, they're ex, but he's still doing these things for her.
He should be. If my ex was taking care of me, then my new guy.
So, but could you deal with a man that is still taking care of his ex? So why can't you? Why you?
Because it's just his.
What kind of double standard bull junkie is that? Amir, what about you? Can you deal with a young lady that is still receiving?
No. Answer is just no from every angle.
Why is it no?
Because I don't need no. No, I feel like you lost that privilege. Like when you was with me, like you lost that privilege. You get all the benefits. And to be honest, like I feel like that when you date, they can do that stuff on their. Most females out they can do that stuff on their own. Like they can get their hair done, get their nails done whenever they want. I was like, what? They don't need my stuff. It's like if I offer for it, then like they'll take it. But it's like 9 times out of 10, they do it freely on their own.
So you wouldn't date her or you would stop dating her if she said, my ex, he always get my hair and my nails done. I never have to do that. He always just pays for me to get it done.
I would ask for this. I'm like, so how long has he been doing that for? I'm like, if you getting my money and my support, then what the heck you need his money for? You need mine.
Baby, we can get everything down with his money, and if you can just, it's being you.
See, that's too messy right there. That's too messy. You got too much going. You got too much going on. Like, if you're still, because I had a situation like that where they actually had kids, but
taking this married man's money.
No, he wasn't married. They had kids together, and so just in this is just like the getting to know me, getting to know you phase. And so he was mentioning that he still he was just saying just different things, just a casual conversation. This is why it's always so good to talk. You gotta talk to people so that you can get to know them, see where their head is at. And so he was just like, hold on one second. He's like, I gotta send this money real quick to my baby mama like that. I was like, cool. I'm thinking, for the kids. He was like, oh my goodness, I had just gave her some money last week. It's like, she keep on wanting me to get her hair done and her nails done. I'm just like, you still
pop the baby out by him.
I said, so you still do I say, why do you do all that? I'm saying not being, being messy or anything like that. I'm just out of curiosity. I just wanted to know why does he still doing that? And this is like, again, this is a brother where, of course, money ain't an issue because the average, guy probably ain't gonna be doing it. But he's like, money is not, basically I knew the money was not an issue, but that was besides the point. I'm just like, if you guys are not together, then why are you? And you know it specifically for her. Like this is he didn't say, oh, this is money for my kids or anything like that. He specifically mentioned that it was for her to do her upkeep or whatever. And he's just like, well, I give her a shopping allowance and this and that. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's good. But in the back of my mind, I said, bing, note to self, I don't want to deal with this because it seems like it still could be something going on because I don't know, like what men, whether the money is an issue or not. I'm not sure how many men would constantly, give a woman just extra money, even though it's not hurting him. But why are you giving her this money to get her? Like it's like it's reserved. Like you got it on, and that's what make people skeptical about dealing with people that have kids because it's like to me, I saw it as this is your down payment that I can come tap it anytime I want to.
He might not
because
be tapping it. He might be. You don't never want to get nobody the benefit of the doubt.
all I know is I smell.
Like, you know what? Let me let my children, know that their mom gonna always be, good. Ooh,
and that's what he said.
I don't ever want her to look a mess, whatever. In front of
that's what he said. But
this is why I give it to her. Then you should be like, you know what, bet because at least the security of it is this. If y'all did have a child together, whatever, then he would treat you as he treated her. If you all did not work out, he would still be an upright dude to his children, and he's still gonna treat you with respect. And if you need whatever, he got you.
And see, and my thing is this: I did not have any problem. I didn't give him any grief about it.
But you don't.
Well, because that's just not a. But again,
coming on out. I didn't have give him any problems. I didn't give him any grief about it. I did dump him, yes, but that's
right
not the
because
point,
because
he could be. I assume that he is, messing with her because they're not together. See, I'm trying to.
But no, that's not. But I just knew
that was many years ago. She has matured.
Girl, no, I would still do the same thing because that's not a situation for me.
You gotta find your man.
I'm already taken.
He's not taken.
So that was not a situation for me. I need you to get you snap out of it. That was not a situation for me. And again, you're entitled to do that. So I didn't sit up there and talk smack. You shouldn't be doing
but
that.
You dumped him.
Because he can do whatever he want to do.
He was trying to be with you.
But I wasn't. That was not a situation.
Now, if he would have said, yeah, I see my children, on a regular, and that's that. And then she called and said, well, it's my birthday, whatever. And I just want to do something special for myself, whatever. But I didn't have the money.
I can understand that, but and that wasn't the case though. This was an ongoing.
Me and the children are taking pictures.
Like this was a setup. Like this was like some type of setup, and it's just like the whole vibe that I got from. I used to be a detective. I used to be a detective back in the day. So the whole vibe and the whole thing was just like. It said to me that it could potentially lead to me having to put back on that Inspector Gadget hat. And I'm not doing that. Like those days are behind me. So now I'm just mature enough to say, you know what? This is not a situation for me. So I'm not trying to change whatever you guys got going on because then that's going to cause resentment with me and her. And that's not my place. If you don't have your issues together before bringing somebody else into the picture,
he had his stuff together.
No, and absolutely for somebody that's big enough to accept that. I am not that person. I'm not the responsible, mature person like that can step into a situation. And who could? Like, are you guys able to comfortably? And you just said yourself, for you wasn't gonna deal with it.
What?
You said if he was taking care of his ex, you said you wouldn't deal with it.
No, but I don't let him know the get go.
So what?
You gave him a little time. He started liking. You started liking.
No, it did not go that far. It was just
how long y'all had dated for?
We wasn't even dating. It was a get it to know you, get it to know me phase. So again,
how long was that phase?
Well, a couple months.
You're dating. Boy, I tell you, I'm gonna help you out with all these type of trickery words that you be doing.
It was during the get it to know me. So I'm like, listen, I wouldn't put my mouth on that situation again because that's something I'm on the outside looking in. I'm coming into this situation and you've already laid your cards out on the table. And so I see what you're dealing with. And that's not a situation for me, which is why I say going back to, dating and having kids. Listen, And I got kids. And I come with the kids. I got the kids. I got the dog. I got the fish. I got the doggone parrot. I got a lot. I got too much. And you can't deal with it.
Put the parrot in there too.
Yeah, I put the parrot in there. Got the parrot, got the chimpanzee, got just all this stuff going
Oh,
on.
wait a minute, where that come from?
And a dude, he like, man, you know what? You a nice lady, but you got too much going on for me right now. I can do nothing but respect that. So if you got to feel like you got to take care of your ex, that's fine and dandy. It's just something that I know I personally am not in position to deal with. But if that works with you guys, and I'm not gonna kid, I'm not gonna put my mouth on that situation
You
because
don't put your mouth on anything.
I'm not gonna because that's not my business. So I'm gonna let you guys rock out
There's
however
nothing
you
wrong with
guys
putting
are
your mouth
rocking
on
out,
certain
and you'll
things,
find
so.
me and find somebody that can deal with that situation. But to me, that just
Put your mouth back on
symbolize it's some
everything.
it's some it's some mess down the line. So I'm not gonna deal with it. Guys, listen, we're gonna take a short musical break. And when we return,
Okay.
we're getting into tonight's topic, trying to look perfect. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time.
Girl, you make it look so easy. Everywhere you go, there's turning left and right. Can't say you a dime, you're a 20 piece. Cause girl, you're all the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. No, 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 no. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Hair done, nails done. When you put that clone on, why you gotta look so good, 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 good? With your hair done, nails done. When you put that clone on, girl, why you gotta look so good? I can look and see you're not an average chick. You're shutting it down everywhere you go. Girl, I want you as bad as I want a check. Cause you're sexy from head to toe. Girl, you're all the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Hair done, nails done. When you put your clothes on, why you gotta look so good, 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 good? It's something about you. When you put your clothes on, why you gotta look so good? When you're waking up. Straight out of bed, girl, why you gotta look so good? Or when you're at the job, just taking a break, girl, why you gotta look so good? In the club, turning up, why you gotta look so good? On the dance floor, giving more, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Girl, you know you be killing them when you be getting the wrong one alone. Why you gotta look so good, good, good? Put your hair down and your nails down. When you put the gold on, girl, why you gotta look so good? Girl, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good?
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time on intellectualradio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay, and sitting next to me, we have my co host, my partner in crime, sizzling, sexy, simply E, author, actress, businesswoman. playwright, sex kid. He has it going.
I'm going
I'm
great,
just trying to
girl.
figure out what in the devil
I
are
got
you
my
over?
Delaware tank top, tube top,
You know
and that's
what?
what I got.
I,
Hmm. As he said, I am somebody. That's what he had told me. That's what you told me, right? And that's what he told me.
guys, listen.
Mhm.
Sitting next to sizzling,
Mhm.
sexy, simply E. We have our honorary co-host on tonight,
Yes.
NIU drumline member,
Oh, shit.
CEO of Delaware Inc. We have Amir. How you doing tonight, Amir?
How you doing, Miss J?
Good. Are you hanging in there with us
I'm
tonight?
good.
We
I'm great.
thank
I
you
feel
so
great. Feeling
much.
good to be back. Yeah, I've been out since August. Yeah, so I'm glad to be back.
So, how was your semester?
This semester was pretty good. Just glad to be done. Glad classes is over with. Finals and stuff is over with. All of that. So I'm really excited. Senior year. Let's
Yes,
get it.
yes, yes,
It's
yes.
time.
Senior,
Got a show to
senior.
put on.
Yes,
Mm.
class of 2021. We'll have his information posted on our page. Again, tell everybody how they can get in contact with you, Amir.
You can follow me on Facebook at Delaware Inc. You can follow me on Instagram, Delaware_Inc. And follow my regular Instagram page at darkskinpoppy_312. Yep.
And you
It's
can
still gonna
also
be
go,
the
please
same.
do me a favor, go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Also follow us on Twitter at
Jaye
J
Spot.
Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And J is spelled Jaye for all three. So, guys, listen, tonight we're talking about trying to look perfect. How far would you go in order to either enhance the way you look, or you know what, some people they don't call it, and they call it enhancing, or just overall changing the structure of your body? How far are you willing to go? Are you willing to do the plastic surgery all in the name of looking perfect? Are you the type of person that go on these crash diets and things of that nature? How far are you willing to go in the efforts, in the attempts to also look perfect? First of all, is there a certain thing as looking perfect?
No, it's really not. People
No.
think it is, but it's not. Unfortunately.
So, what are some things? I mean, why do people even think that there's a certain thing as looking perfect then?
Because society has told us that skinny is the best looking thing you could possibly be, and being big or a larger person, that's not healthy, that's not beautiful, that's ugly, that's disgusting. And but you could be unhealthy and be skinny, you can be ugly and be skinny. So like the saying goes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
So, have you ever done anything drastic to try to look perfect? Anything like teeth, anything, anything, any enhancements? Have you ever done anything?
After they cut me with them twins, I wish no, I won't let you cut me. You can't stick me with anything. I don't need nobody's injections. That's what you do. That's what you do. Knock yourself out. I can't do it. I've watched the surgery shows and everything else, and that's the most painful looking stuff to watch. And I deal with clients who have had the body contouring and everything, and I do massage therapy on the side as well. And those clients, it's really they're in a lot of pain because it's not something that's easily done and stuff. You let these people pull and poke and prod, and they pull your skin up. They cut a piece of fat up off you, pull it up, staple that together, and sew it together, and stick a long needle in your back and suck all the fat up out your sides and everything, and pull your boobs up and cut underneath of your boobs and everything. Slice up your nipples, slice up your belly button, and give you take out fat here, give you injections up in your behind there, and it's just too much. I can't. At the end of the day, my clients are you're in a lot of pain, and that's one thing. I'm not a big I don't like, and I get afraid when I'm pregnant because I know that the baby has to come out, and it
Mm.
hurts
Hurt,
when I
yeah.
when I give birth. I would rather stand in front of a train and get ran over by a train. I don't think that pain would be that bad. So if I can't deal with the pain of childbirth, I'd be damned. And that's Christmas turkey.
So what about for you, Amir, as a young man? I mean, have you ever done anything? And do men even feel like they need to look perfect? I mean, do you guys feel like that? Or is that just
No,
something that women deal with?
I feel like that's more of like a woman thing. I don't think from what I've seen, I don't think a guy has done anything like that. From what I don't
Hunty,
know, I haven't seen. I
keep on
mean,
living.
you just have to be you. I mean,
Yeah.
if a person don't like you for who you are, that's they point of view. That's their fault. I mean, but that shouldn't take that from you being somebody, and that's the whole thing for there. Where you are somebody, you have to know and feel that you are somebody. So
Mhm.
that's the whole reason and purpose for these shirts is because you are somebody. It doesn't matter what nobody else say or nobody else think. You have to know and feel deep down inside of you that you are somebody. It doesn't matter what nobody think, and that's the whole purpose for them.
Oh, see now I listen. I'm sorry. I'm gonna digress for 1 second. Now, see that's a proud mama bear moment
Oh,
because
he
I
was so
love
proud
the
that he
way that
plugged
he was
himself.
able to just do a shameless plug on yourself and the topic. Oh, how I am just really over here, just like
Loving it.
yes, I am. Yes, 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 do that thing right there. But to get
But
back
I
on
haven't
topic.
I haven't done anything to like try to like be perfect. I'm just myself. I don't have to do anything. Me, if you don't like me for who I am,
It
that's
is what it
your
is.
point.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
and that is so true and that's so important. I think the reason why people do things, especially now with the rise of social media. I mean, at first, back in the day, it was, what you saw on television and, things, magazines and stuff like that. But now, social media, it's like
Hmm.
everything, everybody, that's why they have the filters and everything. Everything is out there designed so that people can look perfect.
But even like J Law said, for in terms of the men, he was like, men get penis implants, because they're like we said earlier, Miss J don't want no little Oscar Mayer
I
wiener.
did not say
So
I
because
did
of
not
that,
say
you
anything
have
of
these
this.
men that are getting these penis implants, and black men get penis implants just as well as white guys and every other nationality. You got men who get the fat removed right here so they can have the six pack and stuff. They get their body contour, they get the fat removed out of their behind so their behind can be more muscular. Men go through those same surgeries as women do
And
because
you know what? And it's so unfortunate because a lot of times those surgeries are very costly. And
Mhm.
so what they end up, a lot of people they end up doing, they go over to these foreign countries, like they're going over to I think the Dominican Republic, and they're going over. And I heard this story about a young lady. She went over there, she went to the Dominican Republic to get, the butt implants, and then she said the butt injections and then she said she became addicted to, the attention and she got addicted to getting the implants. So it's like she was had this small, she started off, she was a plus size model, but then she started losing the weight. She said somehow she started losing weight and she wasn't booking, the jobs anymore being a plus size. So she was like, okay, well, I can't put back on all that weight. I got to do something else. So that's when she figured she'd have her butt done and she got addicted to it. And so she got her butt. So now she has a small frame and she
no,
got
that
the
but
butt. But then it started leaking.
oh,
So it started leaking in her system. And so eventually whatever they were using, it was starting to eat her up from the inside. So like now, so she had an infection that no doctor would touch her
because they don't want that
because they
lawsuit.
didn't do the work. So they
Yeah.
didn't know what was going on with her. So her skin was all discolored and she was just like she was in so much pain. And all she could say was she wished she had a never done it because it caused her kidneys to start failing because
Mm.
she went over there and she was like, well, I tried to do it the cheap way or whatever, and it nearly cost me my life. And then, knowing somebody that got it done, stories of people that have gone to reputable doctors and hospitals, and they had these complications. These procedures are major procedures, and it's just like for some reason, people are thinking now because it's an outpatient procedure that it's not a risky procedure.
It is. It really. It's not an outpatient. Depending on what you're getting, it's not an outpatient procedure, especially if you get like the 360 lipo and the
But when they're
boob.
getting the fat transfer, those
The
are
fat
those are
transfer
out.
is an
But those
outpatient
can be
procedure.
like, because if they have complications, it's just like,
Mhm.
okay, you can eat the wrong thing, and it's just
Go right
like,
back to where it was deposited at in the first place.
so it's like when you're talking about looks, there is no perfect. Social
Mhm.
media has us thinking that, oh well, she got this kind of body and she got 10,000 likes. Stop focusing on that type of
There is
stuff.
no perfect. I know somebody like because some people will downplay heavy set people, and I know a chick, literally, she probably lives 2-3 minutes away from me. And I'm a big girl. She's much bigger than me, but you can best believe her IG is over 100,000 likes. Them, and then she don't pose like nasty pictures and this and the other. She in regular clothes, whatever. Most of them are form fitting or whatever. She ain't bent over them like that. But you can best believe them dudes go crazy, and they send her money, and she gets paid on IG for all those likes and everything else. And I just be like, whoa. So if you there is no such thing as a perfect body or a perfect this and the other. There is no such thing
It's
as it.
like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but you should be that eye. Like you should be beautiful to yourself. If you post a picture and nobody likes it or says anything about it, you should be okay and be
Hmm.
confident. Stop
But I
looking
think
from
that,
validation from social media
but
when you're doing it for a
we can't help to
personal.
do it like that way because we're not in a perfect world. If we were in a perfect world, then if I posted something on social media, and even if I didn't get any likes on it, I'm still secure within myself that I'm okay.
Right,
But
but
that doesn't
most people
exist.
are
No,
not. And it's like if you're doing it for validation, because it's just like, okay, if you're not working, if this is not your job to promote your business and your platform and things of that nature, then it's like, why do you care like what's going on if it's not
True.
for a work purpose? Like if I posted something like back in the day before, the J Spot or whatever, if I post something and nobody said anything, oh, okay, my validation did not live from social media. But now working, of course, you got to do things that you need to do to get your content out there. But it's content to me. But to look for validation in your life, like, oh well, yeah, I rock, the world rocks with me because I got, like,
but
no.
but some people need that. You
And then
know.
what about in relationships? Does looks matter in relationships to you?
Yeah, I'm not about to date you. You look like the bottom of my shoe or something. Yeah.
What about you, Amir? Does looks matter to you in a relationship?
I don't really like go off of like looks and stuff. I go off of like personality and
Really?
happiness and
Really?
like can we really fit and look together? That's what
Really?
I. That's
Really?
what
Really?
yeah.
I saw your prom date. Saw the lady that
You
stayed work across the street from you.
I
Try
ain't talk to
again.
him
I
no
saw
more.
so I'm waiting for an ugly chick to
Old
pop up. So
news.
when we get an ugly chick, let me know. Okay, let me know since he don't care about no
They,
looks.
they, they ain't they ain't heard from
Really, I'm gonna
no.
put your picture out there today.
So I mean, looks do matter, but they are like, okay, you can't be dirt, you can't be looking like Donkey, and you can't be looking like
Really.
Shrek. But I've talked to men that I didn't consider like extremely attractive, but they were so nice and so cool that eventually it's like they grew on me like a rash on your arm. Like,
Really.
I have. I honestly have. I've talked to men that I did not feel
Have
were
you seen any of
attractive.
these critters? If she brought any of these creature features home, no, she hasn't.
But the thing is, now if you got something like a some type of weird deformity, I can't deal with you.
Why not? You can't do my
Like
little
if you got
bugaboo
if you
and
got
like
seaweed and things like that
that.
growing, I can't do that. If you
Seaweed.
got that foam and stuff, like
Mm.
you they put in them, I can't deal with you
Why
like
not?
that.
You
Like
gotta give you a kiss and that's
no,
lubrication
I
for
can't
you.
deal with
That's just a
see
little lubrication.
those are little quirks that because I'm gonna forever be staring at that. Like
Why?
if you got a messed up now, I've never dealt with anybody that got messed up teeth. I cannot. If your teeth are messed up, I
Yeah, I
cannot.
can't do that.
I'm just not gonna.
I
Why are
look
you
at
looking at?
those
I'm
pictures.
just not going to be able to do it.
Now, do you let people know that right off
Yes.
the bat?
Well, I'm not gonna be again.
See,
I'm not gonna
she's
be
not that
rude
type.
about it, but I'm just gonna fall back because I'm like, okay, no, your
I
teeth
mean,
are
what if they teeth is like white and then like they is gray because they smoke blunts and stuff like that?
too
But they
bad.
still a good person.
Okay, you can be a good person. We can be cool. We just cannot be romantically involved. Like you cannot be. No, I cannot. No, I just personally cannot. I'm
What
not gonna
about
dog you
grills,
out about
diamonds
it.
in your teeth?
Who? Oh
Grills and
no,
diamonds?
no.
Just want to.
No,
Alright.
can't deal with that. So because I like a smile, like I like men that have really nice smiles. So your smile says a lot about you. So and then their nails. If you have chewed your nails down like
Down
you
so
got that
quick.
you have a nervous condition.
Yeah, you
I
can't
can't
touch
deal
me.
with you. That means you
Mm-mm.
need to be sitting on somebody's couch talking to them.
I can't. I can't deal with you because I know that you chew your fingernails all the way down. I know that you got sweaty palms and stuff, and then I don't want you touching me. If the stuff forms in the corners of your mouth, that's just freaking disgusting. It means your breath is probably hot too. Your grill is jacked all up. It's not ever going to happen. You know, and I've made a mistake on this dude I dated. He had a gold grill in his mouth. I'm like, why you got this gold grill in your mouth and stuff? And by the time I found out, it was after the fact. We'd already did it. So, and then, but he had gave me fellatio.
You know,
So, and then he took the teeth out. I was like, oh, so you did that. And I thank God he had the teeth in because you had given me fellatio. And if you would have took
well,
that
no,
stuff
it's
out of
he
his
gave
mouth,
you it's cunningly.
he was
You
he was cutting his links up in there because he had took his. I was like, you have to be shit. You got to be messing me. My word. I just, dude, it looked like that board. Black.
Wow. So it's just like when you're talking about looks, it's like again, we're living in a superficial society.
No, I'm living in a society that if this is what I want to date, then this is what I want to date because I've seen butt ass ugly people get a man or get a woman. You'll be surprised.
Exactly.
So they'll be like, and I'll be like, that. Even my 600-pound life, everybody talk about that, and every woman up on there got a man.
Right?
How
I'm
the
like, he's
hell?
bringing her
I'm like,
shaking.
because he's trying to kill her, but that's not the point. She's still,
Ricky Rocket biscuits and all this other
she
stuff.
can't
I'm
even
just
find
like,
her coochie. He probably
dang.
screwing one of them little fat rolls or something. But I'm like, God dang, now I sit in
Now
my
that's
bed every night by
loyalty
my-
right there.
Hello? She wasn't always this way. You keep feeding her to kill her so you get that chicken in, but that's that's neither here nor there. Either way it go, she got a man. So that's why I be like, wait a minute. And she looked buck ugly. I could get it if she was even cute or whatever, but you're picking up these rolls and they're crusty dry, so I know they're funky, but yet you still have a man. So the beauty thing is in the eye of the beholder. I don't understand half of this stuff, but I'm not going to get you just because, well, you're a nice person. Trust, I've been there. You're
Right,
gonna stay
because
there
you
long.
have to have some type of attraction to that person. But it's like at the end of the day, there is to try, going through all these surgeries and these drastic diets and
Yeah, I
things of
do
that
all of that.
nature
Even.
to, look perfect. There is no such thing as perfect. So it's just like you have to be happy with, I mean, it's okay to, spruce yourself up and make yourself look presentable to yourself. But it's like when you talk about all these enhancements, listen, be mindful with all the makeup and the eyelashes and the weave and all that other stuff, the waist trainers, because once all that stuff comes off, you can't really fault a person if they're not attracted to you once all of that stuff comes off. So it's just like try to perfect being a perfect, being a good person. Perfect those things. I mean, smell good, look good, but overdoing it, just be mindful of that. Don't, get caught up in, other people's, frivolous thoughts on what they think that you should look like. You got to start, you got to be happy with yourself. So if you look in the mirror and you say, listen, I like my humps and a bump. I like my dimples and this and that.
But if
You have to.
if you decide to get that surgery done, contact Simply E for your lymphatic drainage massage because you're going to need that mess after you have that surgery.
Well, guys, listen, Amir, do me a favor. Tell everyone again how they can pick up a order your shirt.
Yes, the links are gonna be down below. Big Cartel at Delaware Inc. I believe, and the shirts are $25. And colors we have a red, gray, black, and navy blue. Yes.
So, guys, listen.
Place your order today.
If you are trying to be perfect, there's no such thing. First, love on you. Get your self-esteem up, and the person that's meant to be with you, they're going to love you and accept you for who you are.
Yes.
Guys, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, go to our page and like our page at the Jaye Spot. Follow us on Twitter at Jaye Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the Jaye Spot Radio, and Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This episode has been sponsored by Delaware Inc. Until next time, guys.
On IntellectualRadio.com.
Baby, you're melting. Baby, you're melting. You're melting all over me as my motion stimulates.